episode Guilt Tripped left us with a lot of interesting things, and one or more too controversial things. So today, we will talk about the most controversial points of Guilt Trip. Let's talk about the crazy theory that says Rose has cancer. We know that this conspiracy theory is very crazy and sad, but the saddest thing is there is enough evidence to support it, and today we are going to present it. We will also talk about the second part of this theory, which is that Jaluka will be the next Hawk Moth just for healing Rose. That's right, Jaluka will become the series villain because of Rosie's love. The people who like and comment who this character is will be in the next video. At the end of this adventure, we will grade the comments of the last video. Let's start by clarifying the point that many people do not understand about this theory. People think that since Miraculous Ladybug is a children's series, they should not touch certain sensitive topics, such as this terrible disease. And they are right. But lately, animation companies are placing things that are quite heavy. However, the development team of such series or movies soften certain things in order for it to not be so controversial. For example, in some movies we see that characters die brutally, such as Mother Gothel who falls from the tower. Even in one chapter, Marinette loses her life. We have a video where we explain everything. I will leave it in the first comment for you to see. In other words, companies not only create content for children, also for the general audience of any age, placing somewhat controversial things in the story. Now that I have made that point, let's talk about Rose's theory. Let's start with the terrible side effects of this disease. If you take a look at Rosie's physical appearance, you will easily notice that this girl's a bit skinny and short compared to the rest of the girls in her classroom. You could say that she's malnourished. According to the theory, this would be due to the chemotherapy she has been receiving for years. According to the information provided by Jaluka, Rose has been presenting this discomfort since she was little. Sometimes it is controlled and worsens to the point where she needs to be hospitalized in an emergency. As Jaluka describes this girl's life, is the way how a person who battles this condition lives. Such a person who has to attend therapies in order to heal. It gets to the point that they recover almost completely, but there's a possibility that after a while, this chunk of discomfort will return, making that person have to take the therapies again, which are very strong and debilitating for the body. Another side for the chemo is hair loss. This is precisely what Rose looks at. In the Reflected chapter, it is revealed that once this girl had quite long hair, but as time went by, her hair became less and less. On the other hand, if we look at this girl's attitude, you will see that she always remains happy and with a positive mentality. Let me clarify something. To have this kind of attitude and way of looking at life, it's not so necessary to have a disease. You just need to have self-love so you can live this way. In this case, many people who suffer from this disease or any other type of discomfort always try to keep Rosie's attitude, always happy and positive in the face of any problem. As a bonus data, this would explain why Rose is so fond of Prince Ali. This boy is like an angel, since one of the activities he does is goes to the hospital and gives them toys, with all the purpose of making them forget the problem they are going through. It is very possible that while Rosie was hospitalized, the young prince came and gave her a gift. If we look at this issue from a different angle, precisely the point of view of the animators and directors of the series, they wanted a small sector of the audience to understand that Rose has this health problem. These people will not be straightforward in saying openly that this character suffers from such a condition, but they will show us certain things, with the idea that only some of us will get it. Now, let's mention some of the clues that the series itself has given us. Our first clue is in the character's name and costume. The girl's outfit is colored pink. The point here is that the name and the color of her clothes is related to pink. It turns out that this color is representative of cancer. If you do not believe us, Google it and see it for yourself. The second clue is also related to the outfit, but this time, we find it on the back. Curiously, in this place, it has angel wings drawn on it. Believe it or not, these angel wings represent the children who suffer from this condition. This time, we are not going to show you an image of this out of respect to them. What we can show you is this t-shirt that they sell to raise money for the cure of the disease. As you can see, the t-shirt has wings and is very similar to Rose's outfit. The third clue is seen in Guilt Trip. When Replica enters the portal, we see bubbles coming out of a point and sticking to the characters inside the portal. When a character is completely covered by bubbles, the character becomes the exact replica of Replica. It happens that this animation is almost a simulation of how the disease develops inside the human body. The bad cells attack the good cells to infect it. The last clue is located in Cat Blank. At the beginning of this episode, it is seen that Rosie bets one of her favorite stuffed animals, which is the unicorn, and Alex Cabdell ends up winning it. Halfway through the episode, we see that Bunnix from the future is still holding on the stuffed animal for some reason. Minutes later, the unicorn vanishes because of the problems caused by Marinette. At the end of the episode, Bunnix gets the stuffed animal back and is very happy. This implies that at one point at the series, Rose lost a battle against this terrible disease, and this is the only thing she keeps as a memory of her, the stuffed unicorn that she won that very day. This is why she appreciates the unicorn so much. As I said in the beginning of the video, there's a second part to this theory, and it connects perfectly with the first part. Although, the second part is much weirder, but it needs to be mentioned, and it relates to Jaluka being the new Shadow Moth of the future. I know, this sounds pretty crazy. The main reason why Jaluka will be the next villain in the future is because she wants to heal or revive Rosie. As we see in Guilt Trip, Jaluka is in love with Rose! Based on this, there's a possibility that this courtship becomes a reality, because they clearly presented that the series is open to this idea. This would lead Jaluka to fall even more in love with Rose. But the time will come when she will not be able to resist any longer, having Jaluka to become the new villain with the objective to snatch Ladybug and Cat Noir's Miraculous in order to heal or revive the love of her life. One more thing that supports the conspiracy is that Jaluka has been akumanized more than 5 times. If Hawkmoth keeps akumanizing this poor girl, even though she always fails, it is because he sees something special in her. Maybe he sees some evil potential that Jaluka has, but has not released it yet, and Moth is trying to get her to realize all this evilness. Besides, every single time she gets akumanized, she does not try to free herself, just like Chloe and Elia release themselves on their own. Also, her brother Luca got akumanized 2 times, and on the second time, he tried to hold back the evilness he felt, so he would not get akumanized.
Truth needs to be shared, not taken by force, Shadow Moth!
No! Luca, please resist, I am so sorry!
Run, Marinette!
Instead, she gets lazy and cooperates with everything Hawkmoth tells her to. In our humble opinion, we hope that this theory remains just one of the crazy theories surrounding Miraculous. It would be too sad to know that our beloved Rose is suffering from this horrible condition. I hope Rosie just has this discomfort, because if the conspiracy turns out to be true, many people will be sad, and will cry when they see the reality of this sweet girl. With this, I say goodbye. Greetings to everyone who commented on the last video. We will see each other in the next video. Goodbye!